welcome back to my channel. So today is the first day of my Valentine's Day series here on my channel. This is the first look that I came up with. I posted on my Instagram, which I will post right here, and you guys wanted to see this look, so here I am recreating it for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy, and if you're new to my channel, hi there. It's really nice to meet you. My name is Melissa, and it would make me super happy if you would subscribe down below so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Without further ado, if you guys are interested in how I created this look, then please keep watching. The first color that we're going to be using is from the Sweet Peach palette. I'm going to be going in with Candid Peach, this one right here, and that is going to be our transition shade. I like to apply it directly into my crease and then very lightly blend it upwards to my brow bone to create that very gradient blended out transition shade. I always do this circular motion on the outer V and then windshield wiper motion into the crease. Next color that we're going to be picking up is from our Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I'm going to be mixing this one right here and Red Ochre. So I dip it in twice into each eyeshadow and then I apply this directly into my crease to add some definition. Doing the same technique. Circular motion on the outer V and then windshield wiper motion into the crease. The key to this look is to blend your eyeballs out. And with my Manny MUA times a makeupgeek palette and with Nars and mixed it in with a little bit of Aphrodite, I'm going with a tapered brush and apply that in the same area that we applied the two shadows from the Modern Renaissance palette, just to create a little more definition in your crease. Feather it upwards into the other shadows. We're going to be going in with that like reddish pinkish color from the Modern Renaissance palette, and we're going to apply this right above where we applied those two shadows from the Manny MUA palette, just to blend it out a little more. And then we're going to be creating a half cut crease, so with that I'm going to be going in with a flat brush and my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Well, you want to tilt your head back and just see where your crease lies. And then I like going with my finger and just blending out those edges into the eyeshadow. This will just make it look a lot more gradient. I'm going to be going in with White Peach from the Sweet Peach palette and applying that on my brow bone. I like to tap it right where my eyebrow arches. This just makes your eyebrows stand out a lot more. You want to drag it downwards a little bit. And now for the lid, I'll be going in with that same eyeshadow that we applied on our brow bone. I'm going to be applying this with my finger first all over my eyelid. I'm going to be using the brush to really get into the edges. And then we're going to go back in with our fluffy brush and blend out those edges a little bit. And I'm going to go back in with Aphrodite from the Manny MUA palette and mix it in with a little bit of Mars and just really intensify the outer V. So I'm just going to be tapping the eyeshadow onto my outer V and very lightly buff it out. Blend that out with a fluffy brush. When you create a half cut crease, you want to make sure you turn your head to the side so you can really see where you need to blend that out a little more. So we're going to very quickly finish the rest of our face and then work our way up to our eyes once again. So I'm going to be going in with the Hangover Primer by Too Faced. If you have really dry skin like me, I recommend that you use a hydrating primer rather than a mattifying primer, because mattifying primers would just make your face look even more dry than it already is. I personally don't like using foundation. I don't think I need foundation. So I'm going to be going in with my Shape Tape Concealer by Tarte in the shade Light Medium. Apply this underneath my eyes. And I like going with my NARS concealers. I'm going to be going in with Custard and apply that all over my little blemishes that I might have. And I'm going to be spraying my face with my Mario Badescu Rose Water just for a little more hydration. And I'm going to be buffing all that out with my Real Techniques buffing brush. I always do a double chin when I blend out my concealer or foundation. If you wear foundation, it really helps to do the double chin face to get it all the way down to your neck. And I don't like buffing out my under eye concealer. I like blending that in with a beauty blender. So you want to make sure your beauty blender is damp so that makes your face feel nice and fresh and not cakey. I'm gonna blend that out. And then I just like to run my beauty blender around the rest of my face just to really press that concealer into my skin. I'm going to go ahead and set my under eye area with my airspun powder in the shade Naturally Neutral. You want to make sure you have a damp beauty blender for this. And I just like to press this into my skin. I like to go in with my Too Faced Primed and Poreless powder. This powder like sets into your skin and blends in with your natural skin color and just really like mattifies and kind of erases all of your pores. It gives you that soft focus effect. So I like to apply this powder on my T-zone where I tend to get really oily throughout the day. And I like to go in with my BH Cosmetics 124 brush and set the rest of my face with the same airspun powder. I'm going to be adding some warmth to my face, so I'm going to be going in with my Chocolate Soliel Bronzer by Too Faced with my Multitask brush by Real Techniques. I also like to apply some down on my jaw area to add some warmth and definition. I'll be contouring my face with my Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D. I'm going to be going in with some contours and with a little bit of shadow play and really concentrate this into the hollow of my cheeks. So on my jawline. And for blush, I'm going to be going in with Justify My Love by Too Faced. My nose is currently baking, so we're going to go ahead and jump back into the eyes. Pretty much what we did on our eyelids, we're going to do on our lower lash line. So I'm going to be going in with Candid Peach again with my fluffy brush and just work that on my lower lash line. And you want to connect the eyeshadows to where your eyeshadow ends over here. And then we're going to go with this one right here and just pinch your brush a little bit and apply that a little closer to your waterline than you apply to the other eyeshadow. And then we're going to be going in with Aphrodite and with a waterliner brush. This is the Sigma E17 brush. We're going to be concentrating that as close to our waterline as possible. So to create the wing liner, I'm going to be using concealer. I'm going to be going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and with a small precise brush. The brush that I'm going to be using is my Real Techniques Fine Liner brush. It's a really, really tiny brush. Really. To create that ombre effect, we're going to be doing what we did on our lid, but backwards on our on our liner. We're going to start out with the darkest color that we applied on our outer V and put that in the beginning part of your concealed liner. And then we're going to be going in with Mars. And you just want to morph those two shadows together. And for the wing, oh my god, my legs keep barking. We're gonna pick them up. And the wing part, we're gonna set up as white peach. For our inner corner highlight, I'm pretty sure you guys already know what I'm gonna use. Of course, I'm gonna use Crystal Avalanche by MAC. So I'm going to quickly do this eye off camera and I will be right back. The lighting changed real quick in here. I usually use natural lighting when I record and it got dark outside, so I'm using my room lighting, so I'm sorry if the lighting isn't that great. Hopefully soon I get my ring light. I'm praying for it. I went ahead and put mascara on. The mascara that I'm using is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. I'm going to go ahead and highlight my face. If you guys want to see my highlighting routine, I will leave the link to that video down below in the description box. So now for lips, I'm going to be going in with my Manny x Ofra collection in the shade Hypno. Be sure to follow me on my social medias. I will leave the names of my social medias down in the description box, so be sure to check that out. And yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching.